When should an organization consider a professional agile consultant? So the easy answer is when they've just most unimaginably failed to deliver or failed to be successful in whatever endeavor they're trying to achieve. Because I actually learned this from Ken. At that moment when an organization is reeling from that failure, they are most open to change. They are most open to doing something different. We need something different. We need to try something new. As this backfired on occasion, I do know of a company that only uses Scrum and Agile when a project is in jeopardy and then falls back to waterfall. So they run all these projects waterfall, and then near the end of the project they have to switch to Scrum to actually deliver it, and then they switch back again, which is totally weird, but that's how they do things. But that failure to deliver creates that desire and need for change. So that's probably the best time to bring in somebody to help. Unfortunately, there's an unfortunately there as well, is that quite often companies turn to really large consulting companies who don't, although they talk a good talk, don't necessarily actually understand Agile. They don't really understand it. Companies are won over by fast talking PowerPoint presentation gurus that are able to talk a good game but can't actually deliver. And so that's the risk at that moment, right? Because they're desperate for help, and then they'll take whatever's on offer, and it's not always the right thing. They've got to find the right Agile, which is why I guess you said professional Agile consultant, right? You've got to get that professional one in there. But I think that's probably the key time to get them in. But really, the other answer is anytime. Anytime. Maybe you're being really successful and you wonder, could we be better? Sometimes having somebody come in from the outside and look at what it is that you're doing. And something that I've done a whole bunch with organizations is kind of like I guess I would call it a state of Agile report or a state of DevOps report, where I come in and I interview a whole bunch of people in the organization, generally solo, but sometimes in teams, and just ask them how they're doing, how do they, what's their cadence for delivery, how often do you have working product, and asking all the way up through the organization and into leadership as well. And hopefully you can get a hold of some customers too, right? Because they always have good stories to tell, and create that like, what's the next big thing that this organization should tackle. And I don't think that often comes from the inside without a little bit of outside injection of knowledge or a different way of thinking or a different way of looking at the problem. Because when we're in the jar looking out, right, it's difficult to kind of see what our own problem is. So yeah, both when you're totally hosed and when you're not, right? So pretty much anytime. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please like, follow, and subscribe. I always reply to comments, and if you want to have a chat about this or anything else Agile, Scrum, or DevOps, then please book a coffee with me through NKD Agility.